evening, everybody, and welcome to Vaughan Grove Stadium here in the Bridge for L1ON Ontario Women's Premier Division action in the second installment of the Vaughan Derby already this L1ON Ontario season. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the Bridge, bringing this play-by-play live on Spydio for Woodbridge Strikers Matchday Live. It's a pleasure to have you join us here on a early June Sunday evening. We appreciate you tuning in. Vaughan Azzurri going from right to left in the white, red, white. Meanwhile, your Woodbridge Strikers are going from left to right in the triple Azzurri blue. Woodbridge looking to start on time here this evening with Bisante carrying the ball into the final third, looking to center it, and that's off a hand of Campbell, and it'll be a free kick for Vaughan. Last time these two teams met was the beginning of the season on April 19th, on Easter weekend, where Woodbridge defeated Vaughan 2-0. In that opening match of the campaign, it was goals from Bisante in the second minute for Woodbridge and Samantha Murphy in the 87th. Murphy no longer with Woodbridge. That ball squirts in on goal, and it'll be picked up excuse me, by the keeper for Vaughan tonight. So the Vaughan keeper, Charlotte Phillips, the Palestine international. Kathleen Kimmins, wearing number 2 for Vaughan. Juliana Palela, number 3. Nia Fleming-Thompson, number 6. Jasmine Bobadilla, number 9. Sabrina Fabiano, number 10. Maya Hodgson, number 11. Vanessa Reda captaining the side tonight, number 19. Sofia Mastarachi, I should say, number 22. Naomi Briolias, number 24. And Vanessa Diaz, number 25. For Woodbridge, it's number 1, goalkeeper Addison Green. Number 3, Eva Villapando, fresh off a stint with the Philippines national team. Sabrina Basante, number 6. Maya Chinanovic, number 7. Captain tonight, number 9, Jada Hilton-Palea, because no Lindsay Appleton, no Ida Michelli, and no April Syme in the lineup tonight. Nicole Mayu, number 13. Olivia Bizzoni, number 14. Lydia Brado, number 15. Kelly Lewis, number 16. Alexis Campbell, number 20. And Jade Aruda, number 23. A very inexperienced and young line. Here comes Campbell. Campbell forward. A chance there for Campbell, and almost opens the scoring here. A big opportunity early on. Here comes Vaughan forward. Nia Fleming-Thompson lays it off. Haley Lewis with the intervention. She looks to clear, but it's controlled by Palela, and Vaughan now looks to gather forward. Delivery comes in, Lewis away. And a chance here for Woodbridge to counter. Back and forth action so far in the early goings of this one. Both teams looking for a foothold here. Right now it's Vaughan who looks to turn it the other way with Nia Fleming-Thompson. Nia Fleming-Thompson now with it. Turns one way, now back the other. Has a knack for scoring so far this season. Headed away. And Mayu looks to clear. Now to Brado. Trying to thread the needle through was Hodson. Couldn't do so that time. And it's picked up possibly by the youngster Chinanovic. She couldn't get to it first, and back come Vaughan. Can the Azzurri strike early on? Woodbridge are the only team other than Waterloo to give a defeat to Vaughan so far this campaign. Woodbridge won both games last year against the Vaughan Azzurri, including the last game of the season, 4-2. They won the first game of the season against Vaughan at North Maple, 2-0 this season. And Waterloo is the only one that defeated. Vaughan as well this season. Here comes Woodbridge forward. Alexis Campbell spinning off a loose challenge. Now to Chinanovic, fakes it. Now she'll take it. And it's a weak one in and easily picked up by the Palestine International. As mentioned, after the Vaughan defeat to Woodbridge, they beat North Miss 5-0, Guelph 2-0, Alliance 1-0, Tecumseh in the Cup 2-0, London 1-0, North Miss 1-0, and then losing to Waterloo. Here comes Vaughan the other way shooting. That's off a defender into touch for a Vaughan corner kick. Meanwhile, for Woodbridge, they haven't really had a hot start after that Vaughan opening game. They lost to Guelph 4-2, Waterloo 2-1, Simcoe 2-1. They lost to the championship side in PKs. Whitby 1-1 there was, but then PKs was 4-1. They beat Alliance 3-2, a big win, then lost to Guelph 3-2 again, and North Toronto last time out 5-0. An in-swing and delivery possibly coming in for Vaughan right now, looking to break the ice here early in the 8th minute. Corner kick for the Azzurri. It's an in-swinger. It goes direct. Oh, it was close. Almost an Olympico there from the corner with the wind carrying the ball. A big opportunity goes begging for Vaughan after the keeper of Woodbridge, Addison Green, just waved at it and missed it cleanly on the punch. That ball is stolen by Fabiano. Fabiano's got space in the middle of the park. Fabiano still controls. She wants to line up a shot. She does. But a wayward one towards the right of the goal. And out for a Woodbridge goal kick. Woodbridge lose the ball. Here's Fabiano looking to thread Nia Fleming Thompson, I should say. My goodness gracious, my apologies. And that shot is not a good one and wayward there. Woodbridge behind the 8 ball right now in the possession. They were enjoying it in the first 4 minutes or so, and now it's Vaughan who's just controlling play a little bit more. More of a full crowd here tonight in Woodbridge, as we will be honoring Alicia Blair Mottershead and Diamond Simpson to the first and newly created Woodbridge Strikers Hall of Fame. They'll be the first ever inductees tonight for the men or the women. That will be honored at halftime. Brado looks for Campbell, turned over to Diaz. Vanessa Diaz tries to thread the needle, couldn't connect that time with Fleming Thompson. Now she will get it back to Fleming Thompson, plays 1-2 combination on the far side with Mastracci. Now that goes out to touch for a Woodbridge throw. So the second installment and final one of the Vaughan Derby here tonight at the Grove in the Bridge. I'm Nicholas Roy, the voice of the Bridge. Appreciate you joining me here. 10 minutes in the affair between the two long-time and forever rivals. Good combination there. Lewis has the intervention. Lost it. Then off the hand. Falls for Fleming Thompson. She's in. She shoots. Off the crossbar and in. Oh, mamma mia, what a goal. An error of crazy proportions there for Woodbridge. Could have been a handball on Brado, and just like that, Vaughan strike barred down for Fleming Thompson, and it's 1-0 for Vaughan. Something created from nothing, and just like that, an ugly goal for Woodbridge, but a pretty finish, needless to say, from Nia Fleming Thompson. Not the start you would want if you're Woodbridge. And can Vaughan add more insult to injury here? Around Lewis cleanly, centering. Mayu clears, not clear far enough, and now Vaughan get back onto it. It's good work from Hodson. Centering, shot comes in, and bobbled again, not comfortably from Addison Green, but she'll keep it out.
Vaughan on total goal scored in the 11th minute by number 6, Nia Fleming Thompson.
Nil Vaughan. Filipando looks forward, looking to clear there. Was Kimmins. That ball comes across. Can Woodbridge look for an equalizer? Asante turns, gives it away, and Kimmins looks forward. She goes long. And now controlled by Mayu. Lewis plays it across. Aruda now. The youngster looks to bring it forward. The 17-year-old getting a nod here tonight. Prado almost lost it now to Lewis. Lewis to Aruda. Forward it goes. Into touch now, out for a Vaughan throw-in. 13 minutes in, 1-0 for Vaughan Azzurri. Striking early against Woodbridge. Didn't look so good giving up that opening goal of the match. Was scrappy, was greasy, and was just a giveaway that Fleming Thompson makes sure she went bar down on. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday live on Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the bridge, bringing this play-by-play here tonight. 15 minutes in, 1-0 Vaughan. Here's Hilton Pelea, tries to drive. Kimmins with the intervention, but that goes off of Hilton Pelea, out for a Vaughan goal kick. Chinanovic, Bezzoni, Vilapando, now Campbell. Campbell, good turn, finds Chinanovic on the far side. Can the youngster get it rolling? She finds Campbell driving. Campbell trying to cross. She gets bodied off the ball neatly. Chinanovic, the 16-year-old, trying to dance her way on that far left flank. And now it's a foul on Aruda. excuse me, that was on Bazzoni, and back the other way it comes. Mayu missed that one. And now it's played across and down from Maya Hodson. She had an errant pass that time forward and couldn't get anything going. Goal kick, Woodbridge. Woodbridge are in a middle ground tier of some youngsters and some veterans on the team. Don't know if they are just trying to figure it out here, especially with the minute requirements as well within League One Ontario, on if it's a half rebuild, full rebuild, is it not a rebuild at all? So right now, not the greatest of starts to the season for Woodbridge and newly appointed head coach Gabe Cremonesi. That's what happens when you lose a lot of players. Here's Fleming Thompson turning around Mayu very easily there. Here's Fleming Thompson cutting. Goes back to the captain. Here's Retta. Retta, delivery. It's a decent ball in. Green hesitates, and it goes out of play as Sofia Mastracci couldn't get onto the end of it. That's good, though, from Vaughan, trying to create. Who doesn't love the Vaughan Derby? Right now, Vaughan is loving it. Woodbridge loved it last year. So far, it's a split this year. Out-of-town scores in League One Ontario today. Alliance and Waterloo tied 0-0. And right now, North Toronto, who are really on pole to win this league so far, with the likes of Simcoe and NDC, they're up 2-0 over Guelph. Here they come again. Can Vaughan add a second? That time, not the greatest of passes from the number 10 in Fabiano, looking to find Fleming Thompson. Couldn't connect. Goes out to touch now for a Woodbridge goal kick after Vaughan couldn't get anything mustered up on the far side on the throw. At halftime, we will be honoring Alicia Blair Mottershead and Diamond Simpson going into the newly created Woodbridge Strikers Hall of Fame. So don't go anywhere, folks. At halftime, you'll hear myself on the PA announcements. Fabiano looking to thread that ball through, couldn't connect. Here's Lewis now. Clears to Bisante. Sabrina Bisante clears to the other side in Fabiano. Fabiano to Retta. Retta paying her dues, not always playing in previous years, and now captaining the Vaughan Azzurri side. So what happens when you stay loyal, you keep on working and see what can happen. Here's Basante, has Filipendo gone if she finds her. Also has Maya Chinanovic. Can the 16-year-old find her first one in League One Ontario? In the Premier Division anyways. Chinanovic, and then that comes to no fruition. Basante off her head as Kimmins steals, and she'll go back to Polela. Keeper across in Phillips. She finds Vanessa Diaz. Diaz carrying it out of zone 1, look into zone 2, and here's Diaz again. Foul on Woodbridge, and a Vaughan free kick comes. Woodbridge men are playing right now at Varsity Stadium against Alliance United, the first place side, and right now they're tied at 0-0. Alliance 19 points, Woodbridge 13 points, 1-4 right now if it stays like that. Could be big 3 points for Woodbridge if they get it. They would climb to second place in the men's division. Vaughan right now with this victory, they will go Only 1 point behind Simcoe in first. NDC 18, Vaughan would be 18, North Toronto 17. Lewis tracking. Then losing it to Fabiano. Ball is loose for Vaughan to jump onto and create. But to no fruition. They're off a block and out of play for a corner. Corner kick for Vaughan here, looking to add to their tally tonight in the 22nd minute. Delivery is in again, back post, that's too much and carrying, and no one there. Out for a Woodbridge throw-in in the near corner. Hilton Palea throws to Bisante. She lost it. Campbell bodies her man off the ball, but it's back to Kimmins. Kimmins to Diaz. Diaz swings it. Missing it is Aruda there. Woodbridge miss Ida Michelli on that left wing back flank. Aruda gets spun around that time. Going to work there was Naomi Briolas, and centering ball, no one home. Controlled by Campbell neatly. Alexis Campbell, what can she do? Back to Hilton Palea. Now looking for Villalpando, the youngster, the Philippine international. Gets tackled, and that goes out for a throw-in. Hilton Palea away. Kimmins back the other way. Then given away cheaply there from Bobadilla. And back comes Chinanovic. Maya Chinanovic getting muscled off the ball, trying to find Bizzoni. Couldn't. That's brilliant from Vaughan. Here comes Fabiano. Fabiano plays that one across again after she received it from Mastaracci. And now finds Fleming Thompson. Here is Nia Fleming Thompson. Driving, trying to get around Aruda. Lays it off to Mastaracci. She gets the return ball in the middle. There's Fabian. Fleming Thompson's onside. It's a loose ball. And the keeper just about got onto it as Green. Remember, folks, Woodbridge lost about 7 players from last season of this, including their 2-star goalkeepers in Annika Toth and Vanessa Fiore, along with Samantha Murphy, the Golden Boot MVP of last year. Jada Thompson, who stayed in BC, along with Taya Dennehy, who are both at the TST tournament with the Street Ballers of Canada in Cary, North Carolina, and a few others in Maya Fisher, Christina Corrado. So almost a brand new and a new look team for Woodbridge, and really hasn't done them any favors in the early goings here, along with a new coach. So change, was it inevitable? Did it have to happen? But it did, and now you have to roll with the punches and work through it this season. They're rolling now the other way. Here's Chinanovic, the 16-year-old looking to open her account, but the veteran Kimmins is on her, and she does absolutely brilliant with a defensive effort and intervention, does Kathleen Kimmins. Making sure the 16-year-old was going nowhere that time. Bobadilla for Fleming Thompson. Couldn't connect, and here is Brado onto the ball. She is the engine in the middle of the field for Woodbridge. Brado looking to thread it to Campbell. Here's Alexis Campbell coming back from NCAA D1, trying to create. Here's Bazzoni driving. That goes off of her. But brilliant defensive play there by Vaughan, and out to touch for a Vaughan Azzurri goal kick. 26 minutes in. And it's 1-0 Vaughan. Set now with a Vaughan goal kick, taken quickly. And a long ball to no one there from Kimmins. Here's Brado. That goes backwards as Woodbridge lost it, and it'll be a throw and go for the Strikers. Fabiano steals, Fabiano shoots! And it's just over the goal. A big chance for Vaughan to almost double their tally here. Another play that came from nothing into something. Green to Brado. Brado is getting hounded there by Hodson. Now it's out. But Diaz bodies Campbell in the process, but it's a Woodbridge throw. Cloudy and windier temperatures coming in now in Woodbridge, and looks like the rain might be coming in. That would be awful. And not benefit anybody here tonight. Cannot get nice weather yet. I guess that's summer in the GTA. Rayu goes up the middle, gives it away to Kimmins after she tried to thread it through. Bobadilla misplayed it, then regained it. Advantage played, and then the ref let it go. Brado, though, finds Bisante. Bisante. Picks it up again. Ball's being centered, headed by Bazzoni to Chinanovic, who will shoot, and just a roller on Charlotte Phillips. Kimmins gives it away to Hilton Palea. And now to Brado. Brado lost it to Bobadilla. And here is Fabiano, I should say, carrying it forward, plays it across and giving away. Now Bazzoni to Chinanovic, trying to counterattack his Woodbridge here. Chinanovic outside of the boot, looks for Campbell. Phillips has to come far to get it, and she will. Kimmins, that's a good ball, but can Palella get onto the end of it? She might be able to keep it in. Fast Hilton Palea, but no, she couldn't, out of her reach, but that was a pretty good threaded ball through. Lucky to create. throw in there. Hilton Pelea plays it, but Redo played it out for a Vaughan throw-in. Hilton Pelea headers aside. Mayu's just got to push that all out for a throw-in. Rain starting here at the Grove in the Bridge. Excuse me. Here's Fabiano. Plays it across. A chance here for Vaughan to get a delivery in. They can't. But the rebound will fall right to him, and looks like could have been a foul on Aruda. It doesn't get called, and back the other way come Woodbridge. Here comes Basante. Sabrina Basante on the near side. Basante cutting it in. Phillips has to come to claim. She will. Rain starting here in the Bridge, where it was not in the forecast at all. And not what we want in the Vaughan Derby. Where did it come from? Rain, rain, go away. Don't ever come back again another day. Here's Retta, losing the battle to Filipando that time. She drives down Main Street, finds Campbell. Can Campbell get forward here in the channel? She'll go to the far side instead. Campbell now cuts it back. Retta comes back on Chananovic and clears out to touch for a throw-in. Wind picking up here. The pace slowing down. Diaz looks to clear. Diaz now to Retta. Retta forward. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Match Day live on Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the Bridge, bringing you this play-by-play. Here is now Fabiano. Fabiano collects. She looks for real estate up the pitch. Fabiano across, but it's stolen by the 16-year-old. Chananovic tries to thread Campbell, couldn't. And now Retta, captaining the side tonight for Vaughan, controls. Kathleen Kimmins, the veteran, finds Bobadilla. She then finds Fabiano. There's real estate here to thread the ball through a channel. It's brilliant. Fleming Thompson, but that time Primo's off her line neatly. And there was an opportunity there for Vaughan, but it goes begging with better keeping that time off the line. No hesitation there from Addison Green, but it's stolen again. Here come the Vaughan Azzurri, looking to double their tally. 34 minutes in the first half. That ball's got dropped off there, but the 18-year-old Aruda putting that one into touch. Vaughan 1, Woodbridge 0. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Match Day live on Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the Bridge, bringing this play-by-play. L1ON Ontario Women's Premier Division action, the second installment of 2 of the Vaughan Derby at the Grove in the Bridge. It's a pleasure to have you join us. At the half, you will hear the announcements that we will be honoring Alicia Blair Mottershead and Diamond Simpson to the first ever Woodbridge Strikers Hall of Fame. They will be the first inductees. That will be done at halftime, unfortunately, maybe even in the rain now. But the weather hasn't been generous for us this season as of yet. Hopefully it gets better. Here's a loose ball that Kimmins has to clean up. She goes back to the Palestine International, Charlotte Phillips. And Phillips now looks to play Diaz, and Diaz calms the troops down and looks for real estate forward. Couldn't find anything, goes back. Out-of-town scores in the L1 Ontario Women's Premier Division today. Alliance and Waterloo, 0-0. Alliance got some players back in Madison Mariani, Girleen Tour. Winners of 2 years ago, so that is really, really big and good news for Alliance. At head coach Angelo Cavalluzzo. Meanwhile, it's 2-0 North Toronto over Guelph right now. They are in the mix of maybe winning the league this year. Who knows, is North Toronto. Here's Mayu. I believe that's ball. Fleming Thompson's not going to like it. The official was there, and the ball was won first. Here's Campbell, and that's another good tackle from the other side in Diaz. Now kicked forward. The Philippine international, Vilapando for Woodbridge, looks onto it, but instead it's taken by Reda. The former Humber Hawk now tries to get it forward to a man, and Hilton Palea, the former Jamaican international, captaining the side tonight, headers it aside for Woodbridge. As mentioned, lots of changes for Woodbridge. About 7 or 8 players from last year, both keepers in Vanessa Fiore, Annika Toth gone. 1 to the NSL, 1 to North Miss, and then alongside Samantha Murphy to Waterloo, Maya Fisher to Waterloo, Jada Thompson and Taya Dennehy stays out in British Columbia in hopes of hopefully getting a contract in the NSL as well. They're with TST right now. Cary, North Carolina with Street Ballers of Canada. So a mixture of youth and experience for Woodbridge on the pitch tonight. No April Simon, Ida Michelli, and Lindsay Appleton, all due to injury. So newly appointed head coach Gabe Cremonese has to go down the vault and into the depth chart, into the League 2 side as well, to see what Woodbridge can get going on the pitch this season. Remember, they started hot with a 2-0 win at North Maple in the first installment of the Vaughan Derby. That was risky from Mayu. Talk about one veteran presence to another in Hilton Palea. But so far, after that victory, it hasn't gone their way. Meanwhile, Vaughan did the opposite, which is really crazy to see. Woodbridge started with a win, only 1 win since. Meanwhile, Vaughan started, and they might start the other way. Mayu keeps Fleming Thompson onside. Fleming Thompson shoots and scores. 2-0 for Vaughan, and just like that, Viazzuri catch Woodbridge napping defensively, and it is a 2-0 Vaughan lead, as it was the other way in the opening match day on Easter weekend, April 19th. 2-0 Woodbridge final. Right now it's 2-0 Vaughan, and we are 38 minutes in the match. As I was talking about, Woodbridge the opposite. Vaughan did it that way, where they started with a defeat and only lost 1 since, and it was only to Waterloo.
Vaughan Azzurri goal, scored in the 38th minute, her second of the match by number 6, Nia Fleming Thompson.
Hilton Palea onto the ball to Ava Vilapando. Can Woodbridge strike the other way? They can do it quickly with Bisante. Bisante, but look at Kimmin. She's just so darn good defensively. Another big-time intervention. The big veteran at the back line for Vaughan. Doesn't let much fly, and people might say she might not be fast, but let me tell you, she doesn't let much go past her, that's for sure. And that's a big, big caveat to have if you're the Vaughan Azzurri women's side, who, if they keep this pace tonight, will be at the top of the table with Simcoe 19, NDC 18, Vaughan 18, North Toronto 17. Here is Bizzoni. That's a big piece, though, for Woodbridge in the middle of the park. But remember, it's a lot of veteran presence. You've seen almost 3 or 4 different sets of 3 central midfielders for Woodbridge so far this season. And now you can see Vaughan really coming and trying to pour it on. As the rain maybe might stop here. We don't want it to pour on, that's for sure. But a chance here. Fabiano shooting off the crossbar. Oh, my goodness. A chance there for Vaughan to maybe put this match out of reach, and Addison Green was wavering at that one, had no chance there, the keeper for Woodbridge. And that's another thing that Woodbridge is working with. When you have those 2 goalkeepers, one in Fiore since almost the beginning with Woodbridge, 2 championships, 1 in the league, 1 in the cup, and then you have Toth, who is now with Halifax in the Northern Super League, backing up the former Olympic gold medalist in Aaron McLeod. That is a big, big, big situation to deal with when you get 2 new keepers, 2 keepers that are not always in the match day roster, and you don't know who's going to start. Consistency is the key, in my opinion anyways, especially between the sticks in any sport, hockey and football, of course. But for Vaughan, they've had their mixture of keepers so far this season as well, but when you have the offense to match it, that could be beneficial. Woodbridge aren't stopping, that's for sure. Campbell, that time that's a poor touch forward. And now, can Fleming Thompson beat Lewis? Oh, if it didn't go to Mayu, she could have been gone. My goodness, has Fleming Thompson had a knack for scoring so far this season. Almost goes to her again. Sometimes she might not be always finding the ball just finds her. When you're a striker, and a good one, the ball will find you and you will get goals. So far this season, she scored a hat trick against North Mississauga, 1 against the Lions, that's 4, 2 in the Cup, that's 6, 7, 8, and now 2, so that is 10 so far in the campaign, 8 in the regular season, 2 in the Cup. Is she on pole for the Golden Boot this season in the early goings of it? Hilton Palea, good play, Villapando. There you see right there, veteran to rookie, right? And how do Woodbridge play through it? Here's Villapando looking for Bisante, the former Oakville Blue Devil, now known as Oakville SC in the Championships Division. Very competitive championship division in the L1ON Ontario weekly show. I had a chance to speak to both head coach of Railway City and Cambridge United, and I believe Railway City was up 2-0 and ended up winning 2-0 in that game. So it's Waterloo at the top and then Railway and Cambridge second and third in the League 2 division in the Southwest. Very competitive division, both coaches were saying. That's what you want to see in the structure and pyramid that L1 Ontario is, the promotion relegation. Here's Campbell. Hilton play on, look at that. Not 1, not 2, almost 3 defensive interventions by Kimmins. And now she tries to find Fleming Thompson. Now that's the thing about center back. Sometimes their distribution forward isn't the greatest, but you would take that caveat if you're going to stop not 1 but 2, 3 players coming down on you. And Kimmins, Villapando, and Hilton play. She just basically said, nope, not today, and not right now. Here's Kimmins, back to Phillips. We are approaching the 43rd minute, and it is 2-0 here for Vaughan. A really first scoreline of the match day 1 between the two sides. A depleted Woodbridge lineup, you cannot say otherwise. Biased or not, from my opinion, it is a fact. Bobadilla trips over the ball, and here's Prado. There is a chance here. Campbell's offside. No, she's not. I thought the flag was going up. Campbell's in. A big chance for Woodbridge, and she cannot finish. And that has been the troublesome for Campbell over these years for Woodbridge. That striker that's so fast, gets those chances, but she just is trying to find the knack for the back of the net, and it just doesn't come to fruition for her time and time again. That time, with her speed, she maybe even could have rounded the keeper. I thought the flag might have gone up. It doesn't. Now can Fabiano thread the needle through? It's a through ball. Woodbridge are struggling. The ball goes in, but it's offside, and oh my goodness, that was close. There was no complaints from Vaughan. Might have been a hair offside. But if that was the case, a big opportunity for Vaughan was making to really open this one up. Here is Fabiano. She is absolutely running the park in the middle of the park right now for both teams. She's all over it. Plays it on the far flank, and that goes out to touch as Sofia Mastracci was trying to get that cross in. As we approach the 45th minute, I want to say, my guess is about a minute or 2 of added time. It can't be more, in my opinion anyways. There wasn't much stoppages. For goals, of course, the 2 of them. And another in-swinging corner kick. There will be in no rush to take it for this Vaughan side.
The fourth officials indicate that there will be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
So So 1 minute only, as I thought it was going to be. 2-0 Vaughan, but it comes out to the near side here. Remember, halftime, please join us. You'll hear me on the PA announcements as we are honoring Alicia Blair Mottershead and Diamond Simpson to the Woodbridge Strikers' newly created Hall of Fame. Vaughan wants something very late here. Fleming Thompson, a beautiful tackle, winning it off the back of Campbell. Fabiano shooting and over top of the goal, and almost again something creating from nothing for this Vaughan side. Almost, just almost. Oh my goodness, I believe that was onside for Vaughan. And I think Woodbridge could find themselves fairly lucky, as I have the luxury to see the replay. But needless to say, this half is over, and it is a 2-0. Vaughan. We'll see you back live on the air shortly. Don't go anywhere, folks.
The halftime score is Woodbridge Strikers 0 and Vaughan Azzurri 2. Remember, folks, as the teams clear for halftime, we will be honoring Woodbridge Women's Legends to the first ever Woodbridge Strikers Hall of Fame. You will not want to miss it. Hall of Fame. Please welcome to the field Vice President of Woodbridge Striker Soccer Club, Adam Candido, as well as Commissioner Dino Rossi of League One Ontario, the players of the current Woodbridge Women's Premier Division team, along with players of the past for Alicia Blair Mottershead and Diamond Simpson. Starting with the former captain, Alicia Blair Mottershead. Represented Canada at the U17s at the 2008 CONCACAF U17 Championship, finishing third. Represented Canada in 2008 at the FIFA U17 World Cup. played for Canada in 2012 in the CONCACAF Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament, finishing second. Alicia is the first ever female League One captain for the Woodbridge Strikers. Played the second most games with 77 for Woodbridge League One Ontario. A two-time first League One All-Star. A two-time second League One All-Star. And led the Woodbridge Strikers women to their first League One Cup championship in 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, let's please give a big hand and round of applause to the first member of the new Hall of Fame, Alicia Blair Mothershead. And the second inductee in the first ever Woodbridge Strikers Hall of Fame, Diamond Simpson. At 15 years old, she played for Canada at the 2008 CONCACAF Women's Under-17 Championship, finishing third. Represented Canada at the FIFA U17 Women's World Cup in New Zealand in 2008. Diamond won a gold medal at the 2010 CONCACAF Women's Under-17 Championship in Costa Rica. Also represented Canada at the Pan American Games in Guadalajara in 2011, winning the gold medal. Won a silver medal with Canada at the 2012 CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championship in Panama. 2010, she was named as Canadian U17 Player of the Year. Was the only player to have ever won Defender of the Year 3 times. A 4-time first League One All-Star. And last but not least, as well as Alicia, a League One Cup Championship in 2018. Your second ever inductee in the Woodbridge Strikers newly created Hall of Fame. Alongside their former coach, Dave Porco, it is Diamond Simpson! parts, and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, our country, our game, our league. And Ontario Soccer, urging us all to play, inspire, and unite. After the match, there will be an autograph session.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Grove in the Bridge. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the Bridge, bringing you this play-by-play live on Spidio. Pleasure to have you join us here on a Sunday evening. Thompson with goals in the 11th minute and 38th minute have the lead for the Vaughan Azzurri over your Woodbridge Strikers, 2-0, as we start this second half. The Woodbridge Strikers match day live. You coming in. Woodbridge on the back foot. Meanwhile, it is all Vaughan to start this one. A beautiful halftime presentation for Alicia Blair Mottershead and Diamond Simpson, inducted into the Woodbridge Strikers newly created Hall of Fame. Lewis looks away, controlled by Mastracci. Janovic on her. Mastracci now tries to thread it through. Lewis is there. Finds Aruda. That's better there to Brado. Brado now. Janovic. Janovic to Campbell. Campbell to Janovic. That's very nice from Woodbridge this time. Beautiful build-up. Candy creep out. Janovic in the middle of the park. Finding Bizzoni. Tries to get the layoff, and she couldn't. It broke down right there for Woodbridge because it was pretty coming up the field. Bobadilla. Aruda with the intervention as she was looking for Mastracci. Mastracci turns on Aruda. Now Mastracci tries to get past Lewis and does. Mayu now just sit down, looking it clear. Has Aruda on the near flank. He looks forward and finds Eva Villapando. Villapando, good first touch to Brado. Brado looking for Bisante. Bisante's onside. Bisante's in. Can she strike? She chips it and chips it wide. A big chance there for Woodbridge again, but it goes begging. A massive opportunity for Sabrina Bisante. But she could not have the clinical finish that Woodbridge have been begging for all season long. Somebody up front leading the line. Out of town scores. The men's side defeated Alliance with an 88th minute winner, courtesy of Anthony Morano, the super sub. And Woodbridge men stay undefeated, or I should say unbeaten. 4 wins, 3 draws, 15 points, second place. They're 2 games in hand on Alliance, and they just beat Alliance 1-0 late. They have the knack for the late dramatic flair, does the Woodbridge Striker men's in the League One Premier Division. Another strong start for them this season. Here is Fabiano. Plays it down. Then falls down and looking to make a play forward, still Vaughan. goes out to touch for a Woodbridge throw in the near corner. Chinanovich. Around Retta, into the middle of the park she goes. She finds Basante, who has a decent first touch to get around him, but Kimmins is there to clean up as always. Villapando has Bisante going, but it's going to be too much as the keeper, Charlotte Phillips, comes to claim. Villapando couldn't control, out to touch with Hudson. I think head coach Gabe Cremonese needs to start making some changes here. They need some life, this Woodbridge side. Down by 2. I don't know how much longer you can wait to get things going. My opinion, of course, and a foul on Fleming Thompson as Bozzoni takes her down, and free kick for Vaughan in the final third. So a delivery coming in here. Can Vaughan strike? Retta, an in-swinging chip. Lewis headers away. Villapando now gives it away. Vaughan, advantage play on as Villapando took her man down, but Vaughan has the possession forward. Delivery comes in. Almost a miscommunication between Lewis and Addison Green that time. Maya Chinanovich. She gets pushed off the ball, but her strength regains it. That's brilliant. Leaves it for Campbell. Campbell into the path of Hilton Palea. Jada Hilton Palea, can she get active there up on the far flank now in the second half? But the Palea crosses it into the hands of Phillips. Bobadilla wins it. Diaz goes long. Aruda looking for the intervention, finds it, and finds the ball. She then finds Bisante. Bisante first touch, looking to create. That goes off Bisante into touch. Good defensive play from Juliana Palela. The rain coming down again here at Vaughan Grove. In a match where we didn't expect any weather, inclement weather tonight. Coming a little bit stronger now. As the fans don't want to get wet, they start to disperse. Rain starting to come in now. Flying in here. And it's starting to pour. And it's a mad rush for people to get out of the inclement weather. Hopefully it's just a cloud and it's all good. Foul at midfield, and it's a free kick for Woodbridge. Lewis will stand over top of it. Haley Lewis, good ball, looking for Hilton Palea, but it's going to travel now, and that ball goes out of play for a Vaughan goal kick. Here come the Azzurri, looking to strike forward. That's Sabrina Fabiano leading the charge. Lays it off, but it's behind Bobadilla. She looks to get to it again. Retta now finds Mastracci. Mastracci cuts back. Shooting, and could have had a layoff pass to Briolias, but couldn't connect that time, and it's out for a Woodbridge goal kick. 56 minutes in, 2-0 Vaughan, the second installment of the Vaughan Derby this season. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Match Day live on Spydio. Every home game live streamed between the men and women Premier Division sides in League One Ontario. Substitution here for Woodbridge.
Woodbridge Strikers substitution in the 54th minute. Entering the match, number 17, Elijah Folks. Exiting the match, number 20, Alexis Campbell.
So, Elijah Folks makes her Premier Division debut. She enters the match, and it is Campbell who exits for Woodbridge. Nothing doing. She was trying, had a breakaway. Shoulda, coulda put it in. Campbell that time didn't, and she makes way. Here's Mayu. She looks for Hilton Palea on the far flank. Then finds Bisante. Bisante cuts in. Nothing doing. Then goes out to touch for a Woodbridge throw. Fleming Thompson bodies her man off the ball. In Brado. Now she lays it off. Fabiano back down to Fleming Thompson, looking for a hat trick here tonight. Lewis is in on her, and she'll just nail that ball out of play. Excuse me. So throwing Vaughan deep into the far side. Woodbridge get the ball with Brado to Bizzoni. Bizzoni pokes it to Jananovic, who has a poor, uncharacteristic touch that time, trying to thread the needle to Bizzoni on the back heel. That's blocked, and back come Vaughan. Slip ball through, but that time the keeper in green is out to claim as Fleming Thompson looks for her 11th of the season. Not even halfway through the campaign yet. The savior for Vaughan is the number 6, Nia Fleming Thompson. Hilton Palea, new head coach as well for Vaughan. No more Carmen Isako. Jordan Feliciano, the new head coach. Here's Olivia Bizzoni. Lays it off to the rookie in Maya Jananovic. 16-year-old looks to create. Here's Brado. She lost the ball. And a chance the other way. Fleming Thompson wants it. And Aruda with the intervention on Mastracci. A pair of substitutions coming up now for Vaughan. 17 in, 22 out. Elena Branco in, and Sofia Mastracci exiting the match for Vaughan. And then number 21 in Alana Raimondo, the former NDC Ontario player. For the Vaughan Azzurri. Jananovic tries to find Basante, couldn't connect. Basante gets it to Villapando, back to Basante. Basante shooting, and it's wayward wide.
Substitutions in the 60th minute for Vaughan Ajuri. Exiting the match, number 11, Maya Hodson. Entering the match, number 21, Alana Raimondo.
Green spills it and almost paid costly.
Vaughan Ajuri substitution, the 61st minute. Entering the match, number 17, Milena Blanco. Exiting the match, number 22, Sofia Mastracci.
So Branco in for Vaughan, and out is Mastracci alongside Raimondo in and Hodgson out. Rain easing up a little bit here now. Jane Aruda missed it cleanly there. Now Brado has to track. Bobadilla tries to put a ship past Brado, but Lydia Brado will come to claim. She goes back to Green. Green just kicks it out of play. Get it out of harm's way. Push on the back there from the substitute Branco. Referee top. More might be a yellow card. She just entered the pitch. She don't want to get a caution. Don't need to have any two-hand pushes. You're up by 2. See the game through. Kimmins clears, and it's just too easy for her. Talaja Folks hasn't gotten anything in service yet up there. The young substitute striker, 17 years old. To Elijah Folks. Reda clears with the head. Now Brado. Here's Eva Villapando, lost it. Fabiano driving. Wants the 1-2, but Fleming Thompson doesn't return it. She should have returned it, but she gets a foul instead. As Villapando takes her out. Could be a costly free kick here for Woodbridge if Vaughan can execute. Looking to maybe come on goal. Woodbridge making a triple change. Vaughan making a singular change coming up. Oh, it looks like a double for Vaughan, triple for Woodbridge. Strikers need to find something forward. Can this be a cracker here for Vaughan to maybe put this game out of reach in the 64th minute? Free kick about 27 yards out or so. It's going to be 15 instead, but not the greatest there as Redden couldn't pick out a man. Can they send Folks forward? They send Bisante, does Bizzoni. Basante is in, Basante looking to center. Folks is there, no one covering, but not the greatest at keeping that time as Charlotte Phillips spills it and it goes out for a corner with no harm on her. So no changes yet until this corner's taken. Corner kick is in, headered, and at the back post, Aruda almost got her first in League One Ontario. Big chance goes bagging wide. So a double change for Vaughan, a triple change for Woodbridge here in the 65th minute. Woodbridge need 2 goals to tie this one up, and Vaughan just needs to see this through the next 25 minutes. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday live on Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fury, the voice of the bridge, bringing this play-by-play for the 4th year running now. The only team in the entire League One Ontario pyramid to bring you men and women Premier Division games live streamed every home game. Don't miss the action here at the Grove in the Bridge. All the subs being made. I'll get those to you in due time. Looks like Capiello is in now for Woodbridge. So is Cat Rogers. Short goal kick to Kimmins. Brought down and then pushed away by Guzietti, who is the third change in. And it looks like for the Strikers. Alessia Guzietti, Cat Rogers, and Catarina Capiello. So Brado makes way for Capiello. Basante makes way for Rogers for Woodbridge. And that means Guzietti has come on. And I think she's made way for Nicole Mayu.
Substitutions in the 68th minute for your Woodbridge Strikers. Entering the match number 2, Catarina Capiello. Exiting the match number 15, Lydia Brado. Entering the match number 11, Cat Rogers. Exiting the match number 6, Sabrina Bisante. Entering the match number 18, Alessia Guzietti. Exiting the match number 13, Nicole Mayu.
Here's Fleming Thompson. Can she find the outside ball? Aruda with a good intervention there, clearing. Aruda tracks neatly. Filipando there as well, but she'll get fouled. The yellow card, it looks like for the substitute, it was coming. She got warned once, she got the caution the second time. As the number 17, Milena Branco, get the caution.
Substitution in the 68th minute for Vaughan Jody. Entering the match, number 14, Victoria Foster. Exiting the match, number 25, Vanessa Diaz. Entering the match, number 8, Erica Di Matteo. Exiting the match, number 9, Jasmine Bobadilla. Substitution in the 70th minute for Vaughan Jody. Entering the match, number 23, Salina Banga. Exiting the match, number 10, Sabrina Fabiano.
Minutes left. As time ticking away here for Woodbridge. Vilapando goes back to Lewis. Lewis. No foul there. That's a 50-50. The substitute with an in-swinger. And Green comes to claim. believe Branco got a caution as well in the process, just waiting for confirmation. Chance here for Rogers. Rogers shooting! And she mishit it. A big opportunity for Woodbridge goes begging from the veteran. Goal kick there taken. Folks couldn't get to it. Villalpando controlling. She finds Bizzoni. Bizzoni to Villalpando. She gets it away and finds Rogers. Rogers can't connect with Capiello, even though Capiello was calling for it, and Kimmins into touch. Or excuse me, that is the substitute Foster into touch. Centering pass, that's an opportunity for Woodbridge, goes begging. Villalpando to Arruda. Arruda, delivery to no one, and it's out of play for a goal kick. Just giving the ball away there. That time, if you're Woodbridge. 18 minutes remaining, you can't be giving the balls away like that. If you want to try to get back in this encounter. Header down, Guzietti away. Jananovic. Plays it across. Bizzoni lost it, looking to regain it. Now Bizzoni takes her man right out, and a foul on her. Vaughan free kick. 4 substitutions made for Woodbridge, 5 for Vaughan. Here come Vaughan looking to put this game out of reach. But that goes out of play for a Vaughan corner kick. And another substitution coming up for the Azzurri. 15 in, 19 out. That means exiting will be the captain, Vanessa Retta. Kimmins will take the captaincy. And in will be Joanna Peralta.
Substitution, the 74th minute for Vaughan Azzurri. Exit the match, number 19, Vanessa Retta. Entering the match, number 15, Joanna Peralta.
Here is Peralta, the delivery. Almost falls. Comes to the number 3 with a delivered shot in, but it's away from Juliana Paulela. Paulela couldn't connect that time. Rogers for the flick on. Foster goes back to the keeper, and Phillips clears.
Yellow card issued, the 69th minute to Vaughan Azzurri's number 17, Milana Branco.
Six subs made for Vaughan, 4 for Woodbridge. Only 1 remaining for the Azzurri. Lewis with the intervention, gets it, finds Hilton Pelea, who has been not effective in this second half because they haven't been finding her, frankly, and you need to find her. Ida Michelli would be a big difference maker in this match if she was healthy to play. That's a good ball, though. Capiello tries to find Bizzoni. Bizzoni's got acres of space here to deliver. She cuts it back, but can't connect with Chinanovic, and it's not good enough that time. Should have won that one back. Is the number 14. Crucial to the Woodbridge attack moving forward. 76 minutes in. Vaughan 2, Woodbridge 0. As you're watching Woodbridge Strikers Match Day live on Spotty. I'm Nicholas Fury, the voice of the Bridge. Pleasure to have you join us here at the Grove in the Bridge for League One Ontario Women's Premier Division action. Hilton Palea, she got the ball. Barely, but she got the ball. Hard tackle there from the captain. Here comes Vaughan, but it's Aruda with the intervention there. And then she gives it away. Sloppy play there for either side. Here comes the substitute. Can Branco create? Aruda tracks on her. Branco onto it. And now another sub coming up. The final substitution for Vaughan will be made. 7 subs in total. And it will be 13 in and 12 out. Meaning Amelia and Joseph is in. Fleming Thompson bodies Lewis, centering, it's there! Scores! At the back stick. Just like that, Vaughan scores way too easy, and they are going to ice this one tonight in the second installment of the Vaughan Derby. It's 3-0 in the 78th minute. It is a great body and centering ball from Fleming Thompson. 2 goals and an assist. And just like that, it is a Vaughan 3-0 lead. A scrappy goal, but a goal, needless to say, and Vaughan are not playing generous against their Vaughan rivals tonight. Handing it to Woodbridge here, and it's not what the Strikers would have wanted, as their opponents are striking too much and often this evening. Aruda loses it, and then Aruda fouls Branco. Branco involved in some stuff entering the match here. Free kick for Vaughan, and now Chinanovic is going to come off. For Woodbridge, for Naima Prentice-White, it seems to be. Could be Raymondo with the goal there for Vaughan. Looking for confirmation. Couldn't see it the back stick. It was Banga instead.
Vaughan has the goal scored in the 78th minute by number 23, Salina Banga. Woodbridge striker substitution, 79th minute. Entering the match number 4, Naima Prentice-White. Eggs in the match number 7, Maya Chinanovic.
So Salina Banga bangs the goal into the back of the net. And it is a 3-0 Vaughan lead. Lewis clears. That time it was too easy for Lewis there to give that one up to Fleming Thompson. She just made it look simple, did the striker. And then centering that for Banga. Capiello spins back to Lewis. Lewis tries to find Rogers. Good defensive play. Here's Branco battling with Aruda. Look at these two go. Branco can't get around Aruda. That goes into touch for a throw-in, but it was a good intervention from Amelia and Joseph.
Vaughan duty substitution in the 77th minute. Entering the match, number 13, Amelia and Joseph. Eggs in the match, number 3, Juliana Paulela.
So the full complement of substitutions have been made for Vaughan. Every player coming in other than the backup goalie, Christina Diaco. And 5 of 7 for Woodbridge have been made. Just perfect coaching execution, in my opinion, from Vaughan tonight. And it's worked to absolute fruition for the Azzurri. Out of town scores 0-0, Alliance and Waterloo earlier today, and then North Toronto defeated Guelph 4-1. Guelph, Vaughan, Simcoe, Vaughan, Simcoe, NDC, and North Toronto contesting for the title, in my opinion, this season. Woodbridge have to be careful. Right now they're in the second relegation spot, tied with Alliance and London. Here's Elijah Folks getting bodied there in the center of the park, the young 17-year-old, by the substitute Johanna Peralta, the veteran. Here's Hilton Palea. And that's just not good enough from Capiello, losing the ball to Raimondo cheaply. Here's Rogers, a beautiful slide tackle. Rogers to Aruda. Rogers made it look easy on Raimondo that time. Rogers looks to come onto it. Kimmins is there, or it's Foster. Foster there, kicks it out of touch for a Woodbridge throw. 82 minutes in, it's all Vaughan tonight in the Vaughan Derby. Naima Prentice-White to Kat Rogers. Can she get something back for Woodbridge late? Wants a foul and gets the foul. So an in-swinging delivery coming from Rogers. Will she maybe even just try a crack on goal? She fakes it to Guzietti. I would put it in the box if I was Rogers. You're down by 3 goals. Don't mess around with a short pass. But there's not much big players, tall players in the box. Rogers, a good delivery. Kimmins clears. Second ball comes. Villapando can't get to it because it's Fleming Thompson who does. Here come Vaughan. The counterattack is alive. Neil Fleming Thompson tries to find Broco. The keeper is out, and Addison Green clears it into touch for a Vaughan throw-in. Unless there's a drastic meltdown from Vaughan, they will come away with the crucial 3 points tonight in the Vaughan Derby, getting revenge for the first game of the campaign, which then will sit Simcoe 19 points, NDC 18 points, Vaughan 18 points, North Toronto 17 points. A clear top 4 best teams in the league this year. Rogers looks for Prentice-White, and Charlotte Phillips clears. Active off the line. Good goalkeeping. Capiello, Aruda, Rogers. Rogers wants it to Capiello, and you can see the frustration from Cat Rogers. And then Aruda into touch. Rogers are not used to this. He's the number 11 veteran. But it's a different season for this Woodbridge women's side. Very different. Oh, that was a nasty move there from Ann Joseph on Rogers. Now Branco looking for a delivery. Aruda comes in, that's hit the touch for a Vaughan corner kick. Vaughan doing well, having their way tonight. Not giving Woodbridge much. When Woodbridge had their chances, they did not execute. And that's the difference in the match. Execute the offensive opportunities. Every time Vaughan got them, it went in for mostly in the back of the net. If you're Vaughan, you're looking at some insult to injury here. If you're Woodbridge, you don't want to concede another. Delivery is in, corner kick, Fleming Thompson gets up, it's loose and it falls. The zone clears, but that is 100% a foul that time on Naomi Brulias. Di Matteo clears it forward to Fleming Thompson. That's too easy on the turn. She's going to have a crack. And she goes over top of the goal, but Giuseppe and Villapando just cannot control the number 6. Too easy for Fleming Thompson tonight. The bluntness is the analyst. And the analyzation is it's just too darn easy for Vaughan's number 6, who's having a field day this evening. 2 goals, 1 assist. And even there, just getting the ball, frankly, easily up the pitch. Kimmins looks to clear. It is found to Raimondo. Alana Raimondo trying to break the channel through. Has Fleming Thompson streaking. Doesn't find her. Instead drops it off to Branco. Branco now looks for the delivery. Fleming Thompson couldn't get onto it. It's header at the back post, cleared but not far. Now Brulias onto it. Can she hit it? Leaves it for Di Matteo. Di Matteo 1-2. Receives it again. She shoots. Weak there. And Hilton Pelea clears. Capiello looking to get it. Taken away by the substitute Peralta. Peralta trying to thread it forward. Arruda controls. Arruda to Rogers. Rogers with an intervention there with Amelia and Joseph. And Joseph wins the ball and throw-in. Raimondo. 1-2 Branco. Here's Peralta. And she gets knocked down from behind from Bizzoni, and it'll be a free kick Vaughan. Bizzoni doesn't like the call. Trying to get it, but a little too overzealous. 3 minutes remaining. Possibly 3-4 minutes of added time. And it will be Vaughan's 3 points tonight, getting revenge for their first win in their last 4 meetings in the Vaughan Derby. Woodbridge owned it last year. Vaughan didn't have a great season, finishing in 6th. Woodbridge just ahead of them in 5th. But Vaughan gets their revenge here tonight. And in swing and delivery. Going for goal instead, and an error there from the substitute, Peralta. Trying to catch Addison Green off her line. That is another troublesome for Woodbridge this year, just trying to figure out the experience between the sticks for Woodbridge. They lost all of their experience and cap leader as well in Vanessa Fiore in net, 2-time champion, with unfortunate circumstances, but not just that. The minute requirements didn't help, and the way it was executed, sometimes it's unfortunate, but people move on in either direction, and this time might not fall favorable here for one side. But you can't get experience without playing, so I guess that's the boat Woodbridge are in, and the next gen is getting the experience, but how long is it going to take for Woodbridge to try to be close to the top of the League One mountain again is the question. Learning curves and a rebuild, I guess, if I'm safe to say it, here for this Woodbridge women's side. Guzietti delivery in. Capiello's there. Rogers at the back post, shooting wide. Chance for Cat Rogers goes back. Uncharacteristic tough times here at the Grove in the Bridge for this woman's side. But you got to play through it. You got to roll through the punches. This season is experimental, but can experimental be a downfall or a reward? Depends who's bought in. Vaughan has changed and turned the corner fairly quickly. Wasn't looking good for some signings. A lot of players left, and then all of a sudden, it's a togetherness and a new coach in, and seeing what Vaughan is doing now is they're at the top of the leaderboard, close to it anyways, looking to contest for a title. Helps when you have Nia Fleming Thompson up top too, leading the line as she does with every team she's on, school and club. Sometimes it doesn't go her way, but sometimes right place, right time makes it her way. Free kick Woodbridge, shot comes in, and easy for Phillips.
The fourth officials indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time.
So 3 minutes as Vaughan tries to put Woodbridge out of the misery here tonight. Rogers keeps it in, finds Aruda. Aruda lost it very easily, can't play it, and frustration shown here from Woodbridge. Rogers nutmegs a man. That goes into touch. For a Woodbridge throw. Rogers, Bazzoni. Bazzoni. Push from behind. Not getting a call. Branco helping her up. 2 minutes left, and Vaughan will get 3 points here. Branco couldn't keep it in. Rogers, long throw, looking for Folks. That goes off of her to touch for a Vaughan throw. Bazzoni stealing the ball, trying to cross it. Does, but Kimmins is there with the intervention, as always, tonight. Aruda now. Goes all the way across to Guzietti. She plays Hilton Palea. A minute remaining in the match, and Vaughan will come away with 3 points tonight. Here's Prentice White, tackled by Kimmins. She's been brilliant tonight. Throw in for Woodbridge in the final 40 seconds. Easy pickings, Phillips. She'll go long. Aruda clears off of the head of DiMatteo. Looks for Folks. Folks looks to spin. Does. And into touch. This match is about over. This corner kick might be the last kick of the game. Vaughan wanted a free kick. That time, might have agreed with him. No call. Corner kick taken. It's a bobbled ball there. The keeper finally gets onto it, and that's going to be it tonight. Final drop kick here, and this match is going to be over. And Vaughan will win 3-0 in the second installment of the Vaughan Derby.
And the final score is your Woodbridge Strikers 0 and Vaughan Azzurri 3. We sincerely thank you for your support this evening. Be sure to join us once again next Wednesday, June 11th, as NBC Ontario are in town, taking on your Woodbridge Strikers. It is an NBC home game here, 8:30 p.m. kickoff at Lawn Grove. Till next time, I'm Nicholas Fiore. Have a great night, and ciao.